Two other features that you may want to use on your patient. You can do this when you're setting them up as well initially. Two of the other features that you may want to use are what we call complaint buttons. So if you're wanting to set your patient up to have a complaint button, that's what this will insert. So it inserts any diagnosis list that you've added for the patient. So to do that, when you're either setting the patient up, choose it, or you can go back in, edit the patient. We'll save the current progress. And here you'll see where it says statements. That's what this button is for. So we can click that and we can choose a diagnosis list that we've already had for the patient. So you can add to these as you want. So let's say that we want it to be this, and we click that. And now that's our patient list here at the top. And when we're doing a note, and I'll show you that when we click on the button for inserting diagnosis, that will be inserted. The other thing that you can do here with this is that these statements that you've put in here, this is why it's so important how you write that. You can also use these to put a specific complaint in for your patient. So let's go back to the patient now. We'll save this change that we've made and go back to open up our patient. Now let's say that, take that out. Let's say that we want to insert that. When I go to this button, you'll see now it inserts that list that I made, and you can have as many of those lists as you like and insert that diagnosis as a whole package all at one time. The next thing that you may want to add or use is the individual complaint. So let's say that, take all this out, and we'll say that we're going to list our patient's complaints for the day. We've put subjective in, and this patient has one complaint. 4 of the complaint boxes are empty. We can do this for all 4 if they're all full. So he has back and right hip pain. So I'm going to click on that one time. That brings up my complaint list. So I can say any one of these, and again, you can edit these. You can choose to edit any of these comments to be what you'd like them to be. You can move the order if you'd like to sort them out. Just click on it and drag it to whichever position you'd like it to be. Once you click the left mouse button, hold down, and then just move it to whichever order you would like it to be in. When you're finished moving it around, click the X. So let's say we want to insert this. So we'll click this button and click the check, and now we'll insert that the complaint that we have of his as bilateral lower back pain into the hip and right SI continues to bother and is the reason for this visit. We could also do, I'm just going to put a line here so it's easy to see the next one. Perhaps he has a complaint here that's a headache, so we could click on the headache and click that and say, due to the symptoms that he's having there, that's what he's here for. So that gives us a way to describe each of 4 different complaints individually. This one's doing better, this one's doing worse. However you'd like to set that up, that's what that tool is for. So there's 2 additional tools you can use to make your notes more unique and more suited to fit your particular practice style.